Hey, this is Ramon, editor of Smart Hustle Magazine. We're in Midtown New York City, but where we are is slightly irrelevant, at Wix offices, and we're talking to Nir, who's the president of Wix. Welcome, and thanks for talking with me today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
So, Wix is the leading company. I'm a customer of Wix that builds websites for small businesses, entrepreneurs, and everybody else. In your experience, Nir, you guys have dealt with millions and millions of customers. What are some of the few things that when you say, Ramon, this makes a great website? You know, what are some things that you've seen that I wish they would stop doing it, or some things this makes a good website that every website has to have? What do you think?
Well, I think it's, like everything else around your business or whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's about defining what is the key message that you want people to get to, okay? And I think that a website should be exactly the same. If it's an e-commerce website and you're trying to sell something, you need to be very clear about what it is that you're trying to show off with.
Right.
Okay, if you're trying to, get people to watch a video on your website
About orange sweaters.
about orange sweaters, okay, put that front and center, and make sure that people can get exactly what they're looking for and the right information, to get educated, to convert, to buy something, or to consume whatever content is that you want them to consume.
So understand the goal first, I guess. People spend too much time probably in the bells and whistles and not enough time in what am I trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And going back to Wix, I mean, you guys have started a business many years ago and have grown it to a larger business?
About a decade ago, yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while.
It's kind of a young, kind of old business. But any advice for small business owners who are watching us today on how they can grow their business? Again, much of my audience is not going to be Wix. But I think we can learn from you the principles of growth, of scale. Any thoughts over your years of experience how a small business can be successful, how we can grow? What things may come to your mind?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. I would say that first and foremost, I think at the end of the day, a small business and a small startup, just the same, usually struggle for resources. Okay, and the most expensive resource you may have is your own time as the entrepreneur, as the owner of the business, and it means that you should find the best ways to do things in a simple way and remove hassle. And it also means that it's important to think and plan, but it's also important not to try and overthink and overplan. So usually, when people come to me, if it's young entrepreneurs who just started their own companies and ask, should I deal with this, or should I not? I say, do you feel the pain? And if you don't feel the pain, then it's definitely not the time to take care of whatever it is that it's not paid for at this stage. The other thing I would say, and I think it goes for internet companies, but it probably goes to any kind of a business, is use your own products. Always use your products. If you use your products, you understand what's great about them and what's terrible about them. You understand why your customers are happy or unhappy, and you can really help them and make it better. We at Wix did it very early on. We started using Wix as the platform to build our own web pages, and it made all the difference.
And why is that? Because you saw, oh my God, doesn't work. This is screwed up. Or this is great. Let's keep doing it. Is that
a big studio of designers who kept on yelling at the coders about all the terrible stuff they've been doing, and it helped all of us to just keep on becoming better and better all the time.
Today, as we're taping this is a big, big, momentous occasion for Wix. I can feel the energy in the room. Why is, I think it's Wix Code, is that the correct terminology?
Yes.
Why is Wix Code so important? I think two questions maybe. What was Wix today? What is Wix tomorrow, as it were, with Wix Code? And why is it so important? Help us understand that.
So I think, in the aspect of kind of the evolution of our platform, we always try to make it simple and to expand the way that we let people build the websites. From the people who don't want to touch anything and are super kind of almost scared of technology.
That's kind of me for websites.
Exactly. That's for you, we have ADI, artificial design intelligence. We ask you a few questions.
And it works well.
You click a button, you get a beautiful website. That's it. Okay, you're done. And then if you want to actually customize, we walk you through how to touch things. You don't have to do much. And then at the center, there's the editor for people who are ready for kind of a heavier lifting and more in a design environment. And I think that Wix Code is adding and expanding that on the other end, where designers who are more of a prosumers and coders can start making much more specific functionality and business logic bring it into websites. But it actually creates even something else. it moves us to a place where people can create web applications. Okay, they can create an application where you can manage a workflow within your own business. That's not a website. That's a business logic that you need in order to run your business, run the back-end management of the store of your shop. Okay, that's something that the customers are not going to see, but it's going to make your business much more efficient. Okay, so you can do things like that. You can connect to external APIs and external services on the internet. You can create specific units that you can build a travel search engine very easily. Those kind of things, I think, are a dramatic change. And the way we've done it very similarly to everything we've done before. We tried to create that where the coders can focus on code and forget about all the additional hassle that usually is there with security and CDN.
Because Wix will take care of that.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
And all of that is additional hassle that usually you will have to worry about as a coder, which is probably 80 to 90% of the actual work, is just being taken away.
And I understand this, but just to dig into it a little further, I know that time is short. But so Wix already has an application or an app store, as it were, app store. Just for our listeners who use Wix, I'm a Wix customer. Help us just differentiate now between what the big announcement is today, coding and etc. And you already have dozens and dozens of apps that I can drag and drop and use. Just help us differentiate that.
So the app store is a place where external developers, people who are not Wix, who've already built web applications, can attach their application to the Wix editor and then let users use that.
So it's often not embedded, I guess. That's
exactly.
It's not integrated. Okay.
But these guys would still have to go through all of the effort of coding in a different environment, having to worry about having a CDN, having a backup, worrying about security and compatibility for mobile and compatibility for different browsers, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. What we've done here, we've actually created a true web development environment where they can do it within our editor, leverage the design capabilities already there, and also not have to worry about all of the hassle of those additional things. Just focus on what they do best, code.
And these are my words, not yours, but I think it as my own developer. He said, Ramon, well, you want to do all of this, we can't use Wix. But I think now, as we've heard from other discussions, I think now it seems like maybe there's no excuse to not use Wix for pretty much anything. Is that accurate?
That's exactly it.
So, listen, from New York City offices at Wix, thank you for talking to me today, and we look forward to seeing more and more of the growth of Wix. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great pleasure.